At just 17, you legally emancipated yourself from your parents. Dude, that's a big move. I mean, and you kind of touched on it, but you and your dad got into it. And so what happened?
Well, I think what started happening was I started bringing white girls to the house.
I'm sure he didn't like that.
Once I started dating and whatever. And so, real Mexican parents, they view white girls as being easy, as being loose, as being all these things. Not that that's what it is, but I think it's something that's perpetrated in that community to keep that separation that they want. They want to be their own, live in their own bubble.
Mexicans stay with Mexicans, whites stay with whites.
Right.
Yeah.
And so after I had told my mom that about not dating Mexicans anymore, I started bringing white girls to the house. And my mom would try to be nice because she was nice. My dad would, give me that side-eyed look like, what are you doing? And they were not nice to these girls and whatever. So I got pretty serious about this one girl. And it really didn't turn out to be about her. It turned about me, what I was willing to accept, what I was willing to be, what I was willing to do. And so to me, it was more of, you're trying to tell me to be somebody I'm not. And by then, I've already been immersed into all these different things. And so I had a pretty good idea about my character and about who I wanted to be, how I wanted to view the world, and who I wanted to get along with and not. And so it was more about my dad challenging me as a young man, basically telling me, you're nothing. You live by my rules. You live under my roof. You do what I say, that kind of stuff. Well, at this point in my life, Jay, I've been through so much.
Nobody's going to tell me what to do. Yeah,
I had worked my whole life. I had fought through my whole life. So at that point, it was like, hold my beer. So yeah, man, the very next, that was over the weekend on Monday. I left school early and I walked my butt all the way to the courthouse. And I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew that I could emancipate myself. I don't know how I knew, but I knew that. And so I just walked around the government center asking, where do I go for this? And, whatever, I get the paperwork. A lady helped me fill it out, whatever, I submit it. Like a week later, I get an appearance in front of the judge. And the judge basically, real cool, he asked me, hey, you think you're grown enough to be on your own? I said, look, Judge, I worked since I was 4 or 5 years old, a real job. I said, since I got here, I've never not had a job.